Dámy a pánové, vítejte zpátky u hry Kingdom Come Deliverance, tentokrát již opravdu naposled. Poslední video z téhle nádhery český. Budeme si holt muset pár let počkat, jestli nakonec se nám tady ještě urodí pokračování, anebo ne, ale doufejme samozřejmě, že jo, protože rozhodně bych si zahrál dvojku. Chci zjistit, jak to dopadlo s Jindřichem a chci si hlavně projít zase 80hodinovou kampaň, která bude za něco stát, protože dobrý RPGčko tím nikdy nepohrdnu. Každopádně...
Nothing good, I'm sorry to say. She was locked up by the papal inquisitor Bishop Yaroslav of Benešov. It seems he somehow caught wind of this preaching of hers. He's accused her of spreading heresy and had her placed under arrest.
Já jsem říkal, že se tady to stane. Inquisitor. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Right. I'll go and see this Bishop Yaroslav of Benešov.
May God go with you. And thank you, Henry. I'm glad you're standing up for Johanka. If you need anything, do come and see me.
No dobře, takže dámy a pánové, máme tady finální quest. Máme tu finální quest tadyhle z toho rozšíření. A ten se točí okolo toho, že teda Johanku na ní přišel samotný Inquisitor, aby jí soudil za to, co ona tady dělala, protože tadyhle to samozřejmě, tohle se nesmí, ona je heretik. No a my musíme ho přesvědčit, že ne, není potřeba zabíjet tadyhle tu milou slečnu a uvidíme, jak to uhrajeme, kde on je. On bude vejš. No tohle ty vole, tohle je nepříjemný setkání s ním. Já nevím, jestli on teďko už hnedka tu bude sázet ty luxusní argumenty. Já nevím, jestli teďko budeme mít... Aha, já nemám saveovici, do píči. Tak doufám, že to zvládnu bez ní. A já jenom doufám, že tady nebude hnedka sázet nějaký pořádný bomby. Takže místo toho my si tady vypijeme mluvku, abych měl o trochu větší šanci. Umytý jsme. Tak jo, jdeme na to.
Sir, I am...
Henry of Scarlet, from the garrison of the Royal Hetman, Sir Radzig Kobyla. I've heard a lot about you, my son. I'm pleased to meet you.
Skvělý, výborně, takže už jsem tady známej. To nám tady samozřejmě usnadní. A...
I'd rather we met under more pleasant circumstances, Monsignor. But I'm here to speak about Johanka.
Naturally. I'd be quite surprised if you hadn't come.
How did you find out about Johanka?
Word came to me of what was happening here. That some young girl was claiming to speak for the Blessed Virgin. I traveled here immediately, as my duty demanded, and observed events in Sasau incognito, in order to examine the matter at first hand.
I see. And what will happen to Johanka now?
I must weigh the gravity of her transgressions and investigate these alleged visions of hers. I consider it very improbable that she is indeed being visited by the Blessed Virgin. Nevertheless, I cannot at this time rule it out entirely.
Ok, dobře, nesmíme na něj útočně, on tady má on má high ground jak Obi-Wan. Já potřebuju sehnat lidi, potřebuju mít argumenty, hlavně na něj nesmím tlačit, protože je to kurva církev, on mě rozseká, nemám prostě moc tady na nějaký vyjednávání, smlouvání, podlejzání, musíme být chytrý.
When will you decide, Monsignor?
As soon as I am fully informed of the facts. Although it seems the matter is a little more complicated than I first thought. I will call Johanka and the witnesses, question them, and then pronounce a verdict.
And will there be anyone there to defend Johanka?
Do you doubt my judgment?
I would never be so bold, sir. But surely it would be only just that someone should speak for Johanka about all her good deeds and so forth?
Naturally, I will also question those who would speak in her defense. Since you are interceding, I expect you have someone in mind?
Yes. Actually, me.
As I surmised. But this matter does not directly concern you. Why should I allow you to appear before the court?
Protože je to má křesťanská povinnost, pane.
Johanka is my neighbor, and I have a Christian duty to come to her aid. I can't just stand by and do nothing.
I have to concur with you on that. Your concern seems sincere, so I will grant your request. Very well. You will defend Johanka. You may speak in her defense if you so wish, and you may also bring witnesses. I will question any such witnesses, and naturally I shall question Johanka too.
Thank you, Monsignor. In that case, I'll need to speak to Johanka first.
That won't be possible. It's forbidden by the Inquisition procedure. Until the entire matter is resolved, Johanka can speak only to me and no one else. I would like to expedite the matter. The trial will take place in Sasau Church in 3 days' time at the latest. Come and let me know when you're ready to proceed. In the meantime, I will continue my investigation.
Very well, Monsignor. I had better get on with it then, sir. Farewell.
Before you go, you know Johanka longer than anyone else. You spent a lot of time with her, as I've discovered. Tell me, my son, truthfully, what do you think of this whole affair?
Johanka helped a lot of people. She worked her fingers to the bone helping Brother Nicodemus with the sick and injured.
That is certainly commendable. What else can you tell me about her?
Kurva, já teďko musím říct úplně všechno a nesmím ale omylem vyklopit něco, co by mi mohlo přitížit.
About the Virgin Mary? I believe the Virgin does visit her. Johanka is honest. She wouldn't lie about such a thing. And the things she says sound truthful and compelling. It really does seem like a heavenly revelation. Who else could it be from? But the Virgin Mary.
The origin of these so-called visions of hers must be investigated. But thank you for your candor. Is there anything else you can tell me?
Johanka is an honest girl and virtuous. She's a good Christian who attends church and thinks of others.
Good. Please continue.
She's worried about Matthias. He's from Skalitz too, and she's very fond of him. But he was wounded in a raid on Merhojed recently, and since then he's been lying in a fever. Johanka believes that if she does what the Blessed Virgin wants of her, Matthias might be healed.
Interesting. Anything else?
Well, before, in Skalitz, Johanka was sort of, well, just a simple village girl. I never imagined I'd hear her talking the way she does now. She's completely transformed.
A simple village girl. I see. Do continue.
Nikdy neměřila všem stejně, ne, to nechceme říct, OK, to už je všechno.
That's about all I can tell you.
Is that really everything?
Ano, jistě, samozřejmě, že je to všechno.
I have nothing more to add, Monsignor.
Very well.
Yes!
Thank you, my son. One more thing before you go. Let me remind you that it's your Christian duty to report anything suspicious going on
kurva.
concerning the church and the true faith. If you're aware of anything of the sort in these parts, if you prove yourself a commendable servant of the church, I would also take that into account in judging Johanka's case.
All right, Monsignor. I'll bear that in mind.
Take care now.
Jasný, takže musíme prásknout a musíme prásknout, co se tady stalo. Nemůžu mu to říct teď hned, když mám tu mluvku aktivní? Začít soud, nahlásit podezřelé věci, to je ono.
I've heard of various irregularities in the province that might be of interest to you.
Very good, my son. Good Christians certainly shouldn't conceal such things. Please, speak.
Takže bohutá furt chlastá.
Well, the parish priest in Ujits is rather unorthodox. Not that he's a bad person, not at all. He takes good care of his flock, no doubt. It's just that he drinks quite a lot. In fact, he's even said mass while drunk. And, he keeps a concubine.
That distresses me. All the more so because what you describe isn't at all unique amongst the clergy. Thank you for telling me, Henry. Matters like this certainly must be addressed.
The former parish priest of Rovna, Father Simon, went missing one day. Everyone thought he'd fled from the province, but in fact he just went to the woods and became a hermit.
I see. Why did he do that?
Because he got some girl pregnant. The child died during birth, though, and the mother too. He took it to be retribution for his sin. So he fled far from people, because he didn't feel fit to be their pastor anymore.
That's very interesting indeed. Where is this Father Simon now?
I tracked him down in the woods and talked him into going back to Rovna. They needed a parish priest there, and Simon was convinced taking on the task would make amends for his sin.
Interesting. Father Simon's story is certainly remarkable. Whether his actions are appropriate for a cleric is another matter, of course. Thank you for telling me about this.
Tady farmím tu reputaci.
Some women in Ujit went to the herbalist for magic ointment. Then they went to the woods, smeared this ointment on themselves, and engaged in all sorts of incantations and spells.
What? Witchcraft? God have mercy. They must be brought to justice. Who is this herbalist they visited?
Gertruda to byla?
Old Gertrude. She lives
Jo,
in the
jo,
woods
jo,
by the
to je ta
Dutch
stará čarodějnice, tu můžu sničnout.
will have to be
Všechny
dealt
tady
with.
sničnu, napráskám
Thank you
úplně
for telling
všechny
me.
inkvizici, jinak
Once
si
I
pro ně
finish
dojdou
with
pro
Johanka's case,
hříšníky.
I'll consider what's to be done about this.
There are interesting things going on inside the monastery.
In the monastery? What kind of things?
No, jako, co se tam děje? Chlastají tam, hlavně tam někdo chcípnul, ne, vlastně neumřel. My jsme to nafejkovali.
The cicadas get drunk on wine and play dice in the monastery cellars at night.
But how do you know about it? How does a servant of the royal hetman come by knowledge of the confidential affairs of the Brotherhood of Monks?
Znám jednoho cápka.
I caught wind of it. I heard it from a novice that the brothers were sending out at night to buy wine for them.
I see. And what was the name of this novice?
Byl to prosím pěkně Jodok. Jodok tam byl, takže v pohodě.
Yodok.
There is a novice of that name at the monastery. I shall have to speak to the prior about these matters. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. If you've nothing else to tell me, you may leave.
That's all, Monsignor.
All right, Henry. Thank you. But I hope you're not keeping anything from me.
Ježíš, samozřejmě, že ne. Tak, podezřelé věci jsme všechny nahlásili. Obhajmí v souboji je píčovina, začít soud je taky píčovina. Takže. OK, my teď máme hodně questů. Za prvý, bychom měli samozřejmě zajít za ní. A hlavně teďko bychom měli získat prostě a jednoduše svědectví všech, jestli půjdou svědčit v prospěch Johanky. Takže začneme tady u bratra Nikodéma, to je jasný.
Brother Nicodemus.
You've heard something?
The Inquisitor has decided that Johanka will be tried, but he's agreed that I can defend her.
That's really quite unusual. It must mean he hasn't come to a clear conclusion yet.
Yes. I'll get her out of it.
I'm afraid it may not be that easy. The thing is, I expect Johanka will say the same things before the court that she's been preaching.
What are you saying?
Well, I've been thinking about what she's been saying, and it seems to me her preaching has a certain progression. Are you acquainted with the notion of the three orders of man?
Yeah, I heard something about it. Those who work, those who pray, and those who fight. But what's all that got to do with Johanka?
Well, I noticed in her first sermon she primarily addressed the concerns of the common folk, and in the second, she criticized the nobility.
Jasný, to znamená, že v tom finálním projevu bude kritizovat církev, zrovna když ji budou soudit, takže ta svině schoří.
Ah. So you think she might start talking about the church?
Yes, I'm afraid she might. I dread to think how that might end up. Henry, you must warn her against that. She must show humility before the Inquisitor, and the wisest course would be to admit to being wrong. She's rather stubborn, but perhaps she'll listen to you.
But the Inquisitor said no one's allowed to see her.
No one except the Inquisitor's own men. You'll just have to think something up. I'm afraid Johanka's fate is mainly in your hands now. I'm relying on you.
Samozřejmě, že to je v mých rukou, ale já jsem ještě potřeboval, aby se mnou šel svědčit ten bastard. Jo.
Witnesses can be summoned for Johanka's trial. So I wanted to ask you if you give a testimony. Maybe some learned speech in her defense?
I'd be glad to do it. Johanka deserves my help. Such testimonies could carry a lot of weight. You should try and get as many as you can.
Jasné. Tak, tohle je všechno. To máme prvního, to bylo easy peasy. Ještě skočíme tady za... Matěj, nazdar. Jak se ti daří? Furt na sračku? OK, dobrý, se mnou nechce mluvit. To je možná dobře, protože kdyby věděl, že jeho milou teďko hodlají upálit, tak by to s ním dost možná seknulo. To jak se tady spawnula šedívka. Ale s Matějem budeme muset pokecat určitě, akorát teda nejdřív se dostat k Johance. Uvidíme, jak to tam půjde ještě. Tak, tadyhle je, jak on se jmenuje ten debílek tady, opatrovník. Ten nebyl úplně zrovna moc nadšený z toho, co já jsem tady dělal, ale nápravník, ne opatrovník. Ale myslím si, že jí by měl bránit, protože jednou tam něco spolu řešili.
G'day.
Howdy.
I need something from you, sir. I suppose you heard that Johanka was locked up by the Inquisitor and is facing charges of heresy.
I did, and it's most disturbing news.
What you might not know is that he's agreed that I can defend her at the trial.
You? Do you even know what to say?
No jasný.
Sure I know. It'll turn out just fine. Trust me. But I need you to testify at the court. In Johanka's defense, of course.
Naturally. You don't think I could just sit here and do nothing? Besides, the bishop has already insisted that I appear before the court.
Oh. All right.
One moment. I apologize if I was a little hasty. This whole affair has left me anxious. I appreciate that you want to defend her. However, I don't think it would have any effect. No offense, but I don't think you'll be able to achieve anything in court. I'm afraid the Inquisitor will judge as he sees fit, whatever anyone says. But I have an idea how you could help.
Oh? How's that?
Flee. With Johanka, of course.
Tak to je pěkná píčovina.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm sure Johanka will be acquitted by the court and everything will be all right. Running would just confirm the Inquisitor's suspicions, and she'd always be looking over her shoulder.
I don't agree. As I said, I don't believe you can affect the outcome of the court. If Johanka flees, yes, she'll have to lie low for a while, but in time it will all blow over. You can take her anywhere, as long as it's far enough from here. A girl like that will always find her feet. She can easily hide out somewhere where she's not known. Maybe there could even be a place for her on my estate.
Je mi to jasný, ty prasáku, ty chceš akorát pro sebe a tohle to se ti krásně hodí.
You'll have me to answer to. I'm very fond of her, and her of me, and I don't want anything to happen to her, understand? But if everything ends well, I'll show you my gratitude, I assure you. Farewell.
No tak aspoň víme. Takže ten půjde tam svědčit, ačkoliv teda nevěří, že by to něco změnilo, to je jeho věc, to mě nezajímá. Tak, kde mám další lidi? Teďko je tady spousta lidí, kterým jsem já pomohl. Lazebnice Adéla? Ano jo, já jsem zapomněl, že ona tady vlastně už maká, protože jsme ji odkurvili. Teda přinutili jsme ji, aby zanechala jistý pracovní pobídky a místo toho tady léčí zraněný. Asi to jako úplně nesype tolik, jako její předchozí práce, ale aspoň nebude mít nějaký... No, 100% nebude mít breberky.
Adela, the Inquisitor is going to try Johanka in court.
Oh, Lord. I hope she's acquitted. I was absolutely devastated when they took her away.
I need people to speak in her defense, and I'd like to ask you to do it.
I don't want to go there. Really. I'm afraid of that Inquisitor. But you helped me, and so did Johanka. It's only right that I should try and help her. But what am I supposed to say there? I'm just a simple village girl. I don't know anything about these things.
That doesn't matter. You just be yourself. It should be enough to talk about all the good Johanka does here, and how she helps others. I'll send for you if you're needed.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Alright. Tak, tohle to máme. Jasně, že teda Adéla, ta nám tady... Ladéla lazebnice. Ta nám pomůže. Skvělý, to máme dalšího člověka, sice Inquisitor, jako Inquisitor se asi nebude moc tvářit na to, že tam svědčí v její prospěch někdo, kdo ještě pár dní zpátky tam prodával za prachy. To je v skutku, to je hříšná profese, ženská prohnaná skrz ďáblem, ale aspoň třeba vezme v potaz, že jsme ji napravili a že za to může Johanka, jak to uhrajeme. OK, kdo dál tu ještě je? Pavel, jasně, ten je tady, že jo, tomu jsme našli ty peníze a donatnuli jsme je na charitu, takže ten by 100% měl jít v náš prospěch.
Goodman Pavel, you're still here. That's a relief. I was afraid I'd miss you.
Yes, still here, but not for long. I had some business to deal with, but now that's out of the way and I'm getting ready to leave. What was it you wanted?
You might have heard that Johanka was arrested by the Inquisitor and is facing trial.
Indeed, word has reached me. Poor girl.
I'd like to ask you to speak to the court in Johanka's defense.
Of course, Henry. You have my word. And the word of a burgher of Colleen ought to mean something. But to speak in defense of someone accused of heresy is no small matter. What do you want me to say?
The same thing you told me. That it was a sacred sign that you happened to be nearby when Johanka was speaking, and so on.
True. I'll tell the bishop that. You can rest assured.
Thank you very much. Please wait here a few more days for the court to convene, then I'll send for you.
All right. For Johanka's sake, I'll wait. Take care.
Skvělý, tak Pavlíka máme. Je to kacířství, no, to máš pravdu, Pavle. Je to vážně, je to seriózní. To není prdel, taková inkvizice tady, ale inkvizitor vypadá celkem rozumně, protože taky by to mohl být nějaký, mohl by to být seschlej fanatik. Jako v tom klášteře jsme viděli, že tam to je mnohem víc na píču. OK, kdo tu ještě je? Rychtář by mohl hodit dobrý slovo, vzhledem k tomu, že jsem mu dal šťavnatý příspěvek díky Johance, tak ten by se mohl určitě pro to přimluvit, ten je tadyhle rychtář. Pak je tady ještě cápek v tomhle tom kostelíku, ta svině teda, chci říct ta ženská, který jsme pomohli s jejím gamblujícím manželem.
Master Bailiff, Inquisitor Yaroslav is going to try Johanka.
I know. He was here asking questions, too.
Oh? What did he want to know?
Various things. Like how things are here, whether people are honest, whether we observe the fest days, and so forth. And then he asked about Johanka. About what she preaches, whether people come to listen to her and that. He's been talking to a lot of other people in Sasau, too. I even heard that Katra, the swordsmith's wife, invited him to dine with them.
That's interesting. Thanks for telling me.
A je, Katra, ta určitě chce, aby ji upálili. Yep.
Was he just asking questions, or does he want you to testify before the court?
Yes, he did ask me to testify, and I'm none too happy about it.
I see. And what are you going to say about her?
It depends what I'm asked, but there's not much I can say. I don't know Johanka very well. She seems virtuous and self-sacrificing to me. She's never done anything wrong, and no one here ever had a cross word to say about her. Until recently. Maybe some gossip about her and Sir Sebastian. But I've heard similar talk about half the women folk here.
Johanka has helped a lot of people here, selflessly. Her heart is in the right place.
True. But then there's that preaching of hers. Folk have been falling out. They're split according to whether they believe Johanka or not. I don't know quite what to think of it myself. But I don't want to jump to conclusions. I'll wait and see what the learned bishop has to say.
Thank you for speaking openly, Master Bailiff.
God be with you.
Mohli bychom ho zkusit uplatit, ale já si myslím, že tam je mnohem větší šance, že to nevyjde, než že to vyjde ten úplatek, protože on akorát by se urazil a pak by to zmínil tomu inkvizitorovi, že jsem se ho pokusil uplatit za dobrý slovo, což vám rozhodně jako nepolehčí u soudu. Přitěžující okolnost, počkej, on je vevnitř, že jo. Tyjo, tady si to pamatuju, tady jsme byli. Fun times zde, fun times. To bylo předtím soukromý pozemek, já vím, já potřebuji jenom pokecat.
Father, the Inquisitor has had Johanka thrown in jail.
I know, son.
He's planning a hearing.
Rightly so. It's about time this whole matter was dealt with.
What do you think about it then?
As I say, it's a good thing that the matter is being investigated. The things Johanka has been preaching are, to say the least, disturbing. Who knows what these dreams are that she speaks of? And her words are only putting ideas in people's heads and leading them astray. Now, instead of going to church, as they should, they go to her in the false belief that they will find solace. It's creating a chasm between the people and the church and leading them away from the true teaching left to us by Christ. They're misguided and swamped in heretical ideas.
But Johanka is no heretic. She's a good, kind girl who's only trying to do the right thing. I'll defend her.
Suit yourself. But mind you don't get ensnared in her fallacies, and leave it to the bishop to judge the matter.
Of course.
Okidoki, otec Fabian není úplně přikloněný na její stranu, to jsme mohli čekat, pro něj jsme nic neudělali. Proč by se s ní sral, že jo? Tak, ok, ale dobrý. Důležitý je, že není úplně zaujatý, stejně jako rychtář je takový nestranný, bojí se toho biskupa, bojí se inkvizitora, uvidí se prostě podle něj. Jeho rozhodnutí je důležitý, jejich svědectví ne. OK.
Well, how did it go with that husband of mine?
Já jsem jí to vlastně ještě neoznámil.
Took him for everything he had.
I see. So he played again.
I had a heart-to-heart talk with him, and in the end, he promised he wouldn't gamble again. He even gave me his dice.
That sounds promising. Thank you, Henry. But what about the money he lost? Did you give it back to him?
Yeah, I gave it back to him so he can buy what he needs.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Henry.
I need your help with something. I'm sure you've heard. Johanka was locked up by the Inquisitor.
Who hasn't? The whole of Sasso is talking about it. And the Inquisitor was asking around about her.
I'd like to ask you to appear before the court and say something in Johanka's defense.
I can't say I'm keen on going there. But Johanka helped me. And you did too. I think it's only right that someone should say something good about her.
Ah, thanks, Guta. I appreciate it. I'll send for you when it's time.
Dobrý, zatím to vypadá pěkně. Kurva, já tady normálně skládám tým rychlejš než zasraný Nick Fury. To bude tím, že mám obě dvě oči, protože nějaká zasraná kočka galaktická mi jedno nevyjebla. Tak, kdo ještě zbývá? Co je tohle? Pokus se Johanku přesvědčit, aby mluvila pokorně. Jako to bychom mohli zkusit, ale ten problém je, že přesvědčit jí je kurevský těžký, jelikož ona má prostě zafixovaný, že k ní promlouvá v skutku panenka Marie. Takže tadyhle to vyžaduje. Tady to chce, aby jsme měli něco fakt silného, co by jí dokázalo na 100% přesvědčit. Já vím, kde něco takového sehnat, ale nevím, jestli to půjde sehnat teď, anebo s ní nejdřív musím mluvit a pak až to půjde sehnat, tak jako tak to nechci dojebat. Počkej, já jdu na Cčko, ne na Ačko. Ačko je nějaký úplně jinčí quest. Já bych si taky mohl podoznačit úplně všechny ty vedlejšáky a místo toho mít jenom tuhle linku, když to je jediný, na čem mi záleží. Mečířova dcera, jo, si pozvala, teda manželka si pozvala tady pana inkvizitora na pokec. Svině, určitě jí nikdy neměla ráda Johanku a teďko tady ty vole chce dát nějaký křivý svědectví, to musíme reportnout.
I'm here about Johanka.
You're that fella of hers, are you? What do you want?
No. I'm just a friend of hers. Matthias is her fella.
Huh. God knows how many she has.
I heard you invited Bishop Yaroslav to come and dine with you?
Yes, so what? Bishop Yaroslav is an esteemed visitor to Sasso, and it's only fitting he should be suitably hosted by devout burghers.
What have you got against Johanka?
Nothing. The question is, what has she got against us? Tell me that.
What?
She turns up here and tries to tell us how to live our lives. Says the Virgin Mary whispers to her in the night. Yeah, I'm sure. To a simple village wench. I'd like to know who's really putting those ideas in her head. She's just getting people all worked up. Men, especially. Coming around here with her nonsense. Sasso is a decent, orderly place, I'll have you know. We don't want any trouble here. All this talk about hellfire and the end of the world. God have mercy. No one is interested in what she has to say. All they want is some spectacle. She ought to have thought twice before she started. Not that she wasn't warned.
What do you mean, warned?
As I said, she was told.
To určitě ona poslala ty sráče, který já jsem musel vypakovat a teďko se mi přizná.
Damn it, woman, tell me what you meant by that.
I didn't mean anything by it.
Out with it!
If you must know, some of the fellas want to have it out with her and tell her to stop. No one wants her speeches here, but would she listen? No. The devil possessed her to bring harm to us.
So it was you who sent those men?
All I wanted was to protect the Sasso folk against her poisonous tongue, and I'll do just that. The Monsignor asked me to testify in court, and I'll tell everything I know there.
And I'll do likewise. Farewell.
Go.
Měl bych ji tady zaříznout. Mě by zajímalo, co by se stalo, kdybych ji teďko zabil, prostě kůdlou ze zálohy, nějakým způsobem a vyplížil bych se bez toho, aby oni věděli, jestli by prostě přišla k tomu soudu svědčit stejně. No asi těžko, když by byla mrtvá, ale jak by to jakoby ovlivnilo, prostě jak by to ovlivnilo ten soud následující. To by bylo docela nice, jestli s tím jako počítali ve Warhorse a nadizajnovali to takhle, že vás potom obvinějí z té vraždy, nebo jim to přijde podezřelý, že jeden z klíčových svědků, nebo ne svědků, ale lidí, který jako se mají přimluvit, tak zmizel. Tak, OK, a než půjdeme pokecat s tou Johankou, já ještě jdu čeknout toho Matěje, jestli náhodou jako už není to. Jestli už není nějak, že bych chtěl pokecat, protože by bylo super, kdybych chtěl pokecat. Hledně Johanka Inkvizitora. Tohle to víme všechno. Matěj? Matěj, ty jsi furt nějaký rozbitej, ty vole. To je blbý, no. To je blbý. Kurva. OK. Takže z Matěje nic nevytáhneme. V tom případě, co nám teda zbývá, je jet za ní a zkusit jí přesvědčit, že by měla držet hubu před tím inkvizitorem a nechat si to finální kázání o církvi, protože jestli ona tam rozjede to, že jí zase navštívila panenka Marie a že nikdy neustoupí, já nikdy neodstoupím, kalousku, tak v tu chvíli je v prdeli, že jo. To asi jako potom ani všichni moji svědci, i když tam zahraju zcela perfektně, což se budu snažit, si ještě vypiju jednu mluvku přímo před tím soudem, ať tam mám co největší šance na toto ukecat. Kde pak my ji máme? Jo, oni ji tady hlídají, ale nepustí mě tam. To je ta část, kdy přicházejí nějaký úplatečky.
Hey, clear off. No one's allowed to talk to Johanka. Bishop Yaroslav's orders.
Ale no tak. Jsem od pana biskupa, no tak to nepůjde, tak já tě uplatím.
Wouldn't mind if you had to go and answer a call of nature, and if it were a nice long call, there'd be a few groschen in it for you.
Don't even try it. I'm warning you.
Ale no tak, však se
Come on now.
nějak domluvíme,
Just between the
hochu.
two of us. Johanka is my friend. She has no one else but me. The Inquisitor will surely take her away, and I'll never see her again. I just want to say goodbye to her before she disappears forever. What would you do in my place?
Well, since you put it that way, but I'd be taking a big risk, disobeying the bishop's orders. You'd have my head for it.
Of course. I wouldn't expect you to put yourself at risk without a reward.
Kolik chceš, ty bastarde? Dám ti extra, dám ti příplatek.
All right, go on then, but make it quick, eh?
For sure. Thanks a lot. I owe you.
3 kilečka grošenů, ty vole, to není vůbec špatný. Tak.
Johanka, are you alright?
Yes, Henry. I'm fine. I'm glad to see you.
I spoke to the Inquisitor. He wants to put you on trial.
I know. It's all in God's hands now.
No, it's not. I mean, it is, of course. But the bishop has allowed me to defend you.
You want to defend me? Thank you. Henry, that's very kind of you. But you needn't bother. Our Lady won't let anything bad happen to me. I am her instrument, and I am completely in her hands. Everything that's happening is her sacred will.
Ne, hranice se nezapálej kvůli
You
její
need
vůli.
someone to testify for you. As I said, I will defend you.
If you insist, maybe it's the will of the Virgin that you came to me.
Já se z ní poseru.
So be it then.
I went to Ujits, like you asked.
That's good, Henry. I hope you purged yourself of your sins.
I did the pilgrimage of penance, like you said. And in the church, I begged the Virgin Mary for forgiveness.
And she will bless you, Henry. You're a good man. Remember that. And don't stray into wrongdoing again.
I won't. I made a donation to the church, too. And the parish priest there, Father Godwin, he was asking about you.
Was he? What did you tell him?
Oh, just about everything that's going on and the things you were saying.
Uh-huh. Good, Henry. The more people who hear about it, the better.
What did Bishop Yaroslav ask you about?
All sorts of things. Like how the Virgin Mary visits me, what she shows me, and about preaching to the people. Actually, he was really quite pleasant. He asked me about Skalitz, whether I go to church, and a lot of other things. And in the end, he told me I mustn't speak in public again about the visitations and that. But I couldn't obey an order like that. The Blessed Virgin is testing me, and I have to do what she asks, no matter who or what stands in the way.
I'd say he wasn't too happy about that.
No. He came there with his men, dispersed the people, and had me arrested and locked up here.
About that trial?
Yes, the trial.
Nesmíš provokovat biskupa, OK? Tohle je jediná věc, kterou po tobě chci, jinak umřeš.
I'll get some people who will testify for you in court. But Brother Nicodemus is worried you'll say things that will make the Inquisitor angry. Please don't do that. You have to talk to him respectfully, answer his questions with humility, and not say anything to annoy him. And don't say anything against the church or priests. Please.
I'll say only what the Blessed Virgin wants me to say.
Ale to nejde.
Fine, if that's how you want it. But if you annoy him, you'll make it worse for yourself and me too. I'm trying to help you here.
I know, but I can't let Our Lady down. After everything, I will fulfill the task she gave me. And then she'll heal Matthias. That's all that matters.
Sakra. This is gonna be a right mess.
Kurva. To je taková tvrdohlavá čupka. No dobře, no. Vyřiď Nikodémovi, jak si dopadl. Na hovno jsem dopadl. Mám svědků 3 prdele, ale ten jedinej, ten obžalovaný, který má být upálený, no tak ten samozřejmě je ten nejtvrdohlavější. To je úplná klasika. Skvělý. Ty vole, já bych normálně radši namíchal nějaký driák. Já mám skvělý alchymistický dovednosti, jo. Podívejte se na to, jo. Jsem opravdu výborný, co týče alchymie. Mám tady level 6, to jsem ani nevěděl, že mám tolik, to je docela dost. Na to, že teda na svým streamovým průchodu, tak tam mám asi tak alchymii 3, tam jsem uvařil tak možná 2 elixíry v tom skurveném klášteře. No dobře. Jde jenom o to, aby teda byl uzdravený ten Matěj. Možná, že... Tyjo, proč tam vlastně nedávám fast travel? Dám fast travel na posledních 50 metrů. Oh yeah, ale se šetří čas, dámy a páni. Tohle jsou tyjo speedrunnerský straty. Já ani nevím, jestli vůbec existuje nějaký speedrun na hlavní linku Kingdom Come. To by mě docela zajímalo, za kolik hodin to někdo zvládnul dokončit, jestli se někdo pokusil o toto dát v nějak co nejkratším čase. Any percentage. Tak. Ukaž mi to. A já ho půjdu čeknout ještě toho blbečka. Matěji? Jak seš na tom, Matěji? Jsi furt na sračku? To je fakt skvělý. Co už, no?
I spoke to Johanka.
And did you manage to convince her?
I'm afraid not. She's stubborn. She says she answers only to the Blessed Virgin.
Oh dear, Henry. That's not good at all. What about her family? Doesn't she have a relative she might listen to?
No. None of them survived the raid on Skalitz.
She has no one at all left in the world? Poor child.
Ještě je tu furt ten Matěj.
God be with you. I just won't get any sleep.
Ještě furt je tu Matěj. No konečně s ním jde mluvit.
Matthias? You're better.
Henry? Is it you?
Yes, it's me. Who else would it be?
I'm glad you're here, Henry. I feel a bit better now. I'd even like to eat something. I must tell Johanka. She'll be glad.
Unfortunately, that won't be possible.
Oh? Why's that?
How to begin? Look, things got a bit complicated here. The main thing is, Johanka is in jail, awaiting trial.
What? What happened?
Well, she claims she's being visited by the Virgin Mary and seeing visions, and she was preaching to people about it. But this Inquisitor heard about it and came to investigate. He locked her up, and he's gonna try her for heresy.
What? The Virgin Mary? Visiting Johanka?
Yes. So she says. Trouble is, Johanka is very obstinate, and she's likely to say things in court that will just make it worse for her. Listen, Matthias, I need you to go with me and talk to her. Maybe together we can convince her to see sense.
I wish I could. But I'm still too weak to even get out of bed. I'm sorry, Henry. I just can't do it. You know what? Tell her I'm feeling better, and I agree with everything you tell her. Give her this dice. She'll understand. It'll almost be like I was there with you.
Hell yeah.
All right. Thanks, Matthias.
Henry,
To je přesně to, co jsem potřeboval.
look out for her. And make sure nothing happens to her.
I'll do my best.
Neboj se, Matěji, tahle kostička je právě pro mě něco jako Vonkův zlatý kupon na vítězství. Ho, ho, ho. Teďko, jakmile uvidí tu kostku, tak samozřejmě bude instantně přesvědčená, že musí zavřít hubu a já rozjedu normálně u toho soudu. Takovýho obhájce, já budu právní kroku, já to tam totálně rozsekám. Námitky, svědci, perfektní argumentace, mluvka, normálně si koupím nádherný oblek, vyčištěný, půjdu do lázní, abych voněl, abych vypadal jako, že jsem v skutku sečtělý, inteligentní a vážený člen komunity. Tohle musíme vyhrát. Tohle z toho bude soud, který vyhrajeme. Budu tam sedět jak Mark Zuckerberg. Tak jo. Howdy, hoši. Počkám, moment, ona není tady. Musíme tady zpátky. Takže... Ještě jednou můžu? Jo, ty furt seš vlastně, ty ještě seš furt na té přestávce chcací, já zapomněl, to je dobře, že nemusím ti znova platit.
About that trial.
Yes, the trial.
I spoke to Matthias.
What? But he's lying in a fever, isn't he?
No, he's much better. He asked about you. He wanted to come here, but he's not strong enough yet.
Oh, that's wonderful. You see, Our Lady helped him. And now, I have to do my part.
But doesn't it mean that you've already done your part?
Well,
What would be the point of it all if the Inquisitor were to have you imprisoned now? Or even worse?
It's a message. A final test. I mustn't fail now, after everything.
But you already passed the Virgin Mary's message on. Many people heard it, and many of them have amended their ways. You certainly haven't failed. Look, Matthias gave me this for you, and he asked me to tell you to look out for yourself.
Thank you, Henry. Go now. I need to rest.
Perfekto. No, vidíte to, kurňa, já jsem dobrý. Takhle se dělá perfektní run. No ještě teda samozřejmě teď musíme obstát do toho samotného soudu, ale už bude brnkačka, máme takových svědků. Já vždycky vím, co říkat, já nikdy neřeknu nic nevhodného. Až budeš připraven, oznam to Inquisitorovi a jdeme na grand finále toho rozšíření. Ty vole, tohle bude dlouhá epizoda, já si myslím, že tahle epizoda bude mít
polévka, paníka.
za prvý skvělou polévku, protože mám teďko zdravou výživu, ale myslím si, že tahle epizoda bude mít easy peasy skoro 1,5 hodiny. No, ale řekl jsem, že je to poslední, tak to je hold poslední, já svoje slovo dodržím. Což mi připomíná, že ještě furt nemám Rage dokončený a Rage bude pravděpodobně taky více jak hodina, když tam chci to finále smlsnout. Proč já si to dělám? OK, takže mu oznámíme, že jsme ready na soud a vzhledem k tomu, že se poje rovnou na ten soud, tak si asi zrovna, no za prvý bych se měl umýt, ať tam má moje slovo větší váhu. To za prvý a za druhý si vypiju ještě tu poslední mluvku, co mám, která by se měla přenést do toho soudu, doufejme. A jo. Nic víc už nemůžu udělat. Udělal jsem úplný maximum, takže jestli ji kurva nechají uhořet, tak to znamená, že jsem absolutní idiot, anebo že ty podmínky pro to, aby to přežila, jsou tak šílený, že by to nezvládl ani ten nejlepší z nás. Takže tohle to nezajímá, můžeme na to.
Excellent. I have also completed my investigation. We may commence then with the proceedings?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Good. I will send for everyone who is to bear witness and have Johanka brought before the court. We'll commence first thing tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
One more thing. These are solemn proceedings that demand a certain decorum. I won't tolerate any clanking armor or otherwise inappropriate attire. You will wear this robe.
Of course. Thank you, Monsignor.
Very well. Rest now, and we'll meet in the morning. See you later.
A jdeme tam rovnou, nebo se ještě mám vychrápat? Super.
Let us begin.
Nacházíš se na soukromém pozemku, to je trapas, ale já jsem dostal povolenku. Já tady můžu být. Pokus se Johanku hájit před soudem, ano, pokus se o to. To je celkem přesný.
I, Bishop Yaroslav of Benešov, by the grace of God, Papal Inquisitor, have come here to Sasau in response to reports of Marian visitations and the preaching activities of one Johanka, a commoner. And I have found indeed that by her arbitrary words she's been leading good people astray and encouraging their rebellion against their betters. Furthermore, Johanka has attempted to usurp the glory that belongs alone to Holy Mother Church, and to appoint herself as an intermediary of the wisdom and grace of Almighty God. This does not behove any lay person, and certainly not a woman. It is therefore necessary to remedy her transgressions, and to investigate the extent and the basis of her misguidance. Or, as the case may be, heresy. Henry of Skalitz has elected to appear here in Johanka's defense, and his wish has been allowed. Anyone who elects to speak here does so before God, and shall be bound by a most sacred oath, to speak only the truth. I will first hear the testimony of Father Fabian, who sent me word of this matter, and who should best know what deeds are done in his parish. Father Fabian, will you tell us what Johanka has been proclaiming?
Johanka claims that she has received visitations from Our Lady, the Holy Mother of God, who speaks to her in the night. It is an outrageous claim that I hold to be entirely untrue.
And did Johanka come forward to ask your advice regarding these alleged apparitions?
She did not. Instead, she took it upon herself to spread her supposed wisdom to the people.
And prior to this, did Johanka attend church? Did you see her at your sermons, Father?
I did not, Monsignor. What's more, the parish priest of Skalitz is staying at my presbytery just now. Johanka knows him well enough, but she didn't come to see even him. I believe Johanka is deliberately avoiding the church. Instead, she meets her followers secretly in the woods and preaches to them. Either she made everything up, or the devil himself is whispering in her ear.
Chceme to risknout? Riskneme to.
If I may, Monsignor, the Virgin Mary really does speak to Johanka.
Is that so? And on what do you found this claim?
It couldn't be the devil. Johanka lives at the monastery, doesn't she? close to the cave of St. Procopius. St. Procopius, who overpowered the devil and cast him down, did he not? The evil one would hardly dare return to the dominion of the saints to whisper in Johanka's ear. Surely that's obvious.
To mě posere, Jindřichu, ty jsi génius.
Spirits, or even Lucifer himself, would have little power in the vicinity of the remains of Saint Procopius.
But the fact that she lives at the monastery doesn't mean that she is not misguided. What's more, she is an interloper there herself, who would not even be tolerated if it weren't for Brother Nicodemus.
Yes, Father. I am aware of the impropriety of her presence in the monastery grounds. But in this I must concur with Henry.
Monsignor, would you please hear the testimony of the respected burgher Pavel of Kolín? He will testify that Johanka isn't making anything up.
Well, I'm very curious what this Pavel will tell us. Call Pavel of Kolín. I'm a little surprised to find a counselor of Kolín here, especially you, who makes no secret of your animosity towards Sasau Monastery.
True. Although I have only criticized the monastery in secular matters of property, which concerned a dispute with the town of Kolín, and therefore my duties as a counselor.
Pavel, please tell us about your recent experience.
I'm all ears, Goodman.
Monsignor, some years ago I hid some money in Sasau woods. When I found myself here again recently and heard Johanka's words, I remembered that matter. Johanka made me aware of my inordinate love of wealth, and I resolved to donate the money in question for the common good of Sasau. For this I needed an honest intermediary who would locate the money. In this too, Johanka helped me by putting me in touch with Henry here. By the grace of God, he found the long-lost treasure and donated it for the good of Sasau. The whole matter I regard as the intervention of the Holy Spirit.
An interesting tale, Goodman Pavel.
Not only that, it's also evidence of divine providence, and that Johanka isn't making anything up. She wasn't possessed by an evil spirit. On the contrary, Our Lady really did speak to her.
I must concur with that, Monsignor, because I was subsequently also visited in a dream by the Virgin Mary.
What? You too?
Yes. She appeared in a blue cloak and waved to me.
Do you swear that what you say is true, Pavel?
I swear by Almighty God, Monsignor.
Remarkable. Truly remarkable. Very well, Goodman. Thank you for your testimony. You may stand down.
Zatím to jde velice dobře, dámy a páni, velice dobře. Ježíš, tenhle kokot může už odejít?
You're right, Father Fabian. That is quite untoward. Let's proceed then. Is there anything else you want to add, Henry?
Yes. Please call Brother Nicodemus. He has something to say about it. He's a man of learning and knows more about these things than I do.
Certainly. I also wish to hear his testimony. Call him.
Nikodém to teďko rozseká, protože ten je sečtělej, ten zná všechny případy, kdy se něco podobného stalo a teď je tady vyloží jak esa v rukávu.
For some time you were insisting that the infirmary needed extra pairs of hands. It was only at your request that Johanka, against all accepted custom, was allowed inside the monastery walls. I've already spoken to Abbot Peter about her, but please tell me how Johanka behaved.
Monsignor, I must stand behind Johanka. The girl is a treasure. Selfless, charitable, and good-hearted. She helped more people here than anyone else. I have never seen her do anything that would contradict the behavior of a good Christian. She never discussed questions of faith with me. She was always focused only on her work, which she carried out impeccably.
And afterwards, when she began making claims of Marian apparitions?
Yes. Yes. That's quite an extraordinary thing. The things she preached couldn't have come from any of the brothers, or from books, because she can't read. Therefore, I believe the Blessed Virgin really spoke to her.
Nonsense. She made the whole thing up. Or someone did prompt her. You're very keen to defend her, brother. It makes me wonder whether she didn't get her wisdom from you.
I already said she got none of it from me, and I would never lie before Almighty God. But it seems to me it's the inadequate education of the good parish priest here that's behind his flimsy litany.
What? Am I to be criticized by someone who's more a gardener than a scholar?
Father Fabian, let Nicodemus speak. And you, Nicodemus, stick to the point, if you please.
Certainly, Monsignor. Please allow this humble gardener to put the good priest right, because he evidently knows nothing of the fact that other women before Johanka had similar experiences. Blessed Hildegard of Bingen also had similar visions. And what about St. Bridget, or Elizabeth of Schurnau, or Catherine of Siena? Like them, Johanka here only humbly spreads the message of Our Lady. She does not present herself as an intermediary of divine mercy. Please do not condemn Johanka, Bishop Yaroslav. In my judgment, her visions are genuine and her words sincere.
Thank you, Nicodemus. Your plea is very bold. But what you say about Hildegard and the others is true. You can rest assured I will consider your words very carefully. Fabian, have you had trouble with heretics before, or had any suspicions of heresy here?
Not much, Monsignor. Now and then there have been traveling preachers and various charlatans here and there. Although I did recently get reports that there were members of the Waldensian sect hiding in the province.
Waldensians? So there have been heretics concealed here. So, it cannot be ruled out that Johanka also associated with them. Perhaps they are even behind this matter, too. Thank you, Father Fabian. That's all.
I'm glad to have been of service, Monsignor.
I thank you also, Brother Nicodemus. You too may stand down. Call Hoshek, bailiff of Sasau.
Tady než se předvolají všichni ty svědci, to bude ještě dlouhý soud. To je realistický.
Has there been any suspicious activity here recently?
Well, there have been cumins on the rampage in the woods and on the roads, and all sorts of bands of footpads and brigands around the province. But otherwise, it's all been peaceful and quiet here, Monsignor.
How reassuring. And what of Johanka, bailiff? Has she been inciting the people here?
I couldn't tell you much about her. I hardly know her. She hasn't broken any laws, and folks speak well of her, for the most part. Although it's true, things have been a bit tense here, on account of her speeches.
Continue.
Quite a lot of people have been going to her since she started with that preaching. Some are even convinced she's a holy woman. From what I heard, they bring her small gifts or ask for her advice or blessing.
Sacrilege! People coming for blessings and bringing her gifts. That has all the makings of a cult.
Oh, I don't know, Monsignor. Begging your pardon, but that's overstating it a bit. But it's true. They met outside town, too, and it came to a bit of a skirmish. Nothing serious happened, though. Fellas punching each other in the mouth. If you'll excuse me, Monsieur, that happens all the time. Well, that's about all I can tell you, Monsignor.
Thank you, bailiff. That will be all. And you, Henry, you've been around Johanka more than anyone. Do people come to her for blessings?
Ne, pane. Chodí. Jenom pro radu, ne pro žehnání.
Well, they come to her, yes. But I swear she never blessed anyone. But when someone comes to her, she tries to help them, like a good Christian.
Henry, I'm sure you're aware that to lie here is a mortal sin and a crime.
I do. And I'm not lying.
All right. Anything else?
Můžeme zavolat Agraelku.
Yes, Monsignor. I'd like you to listen to Adela. She amended her life and doesn't live in sin anymore, all because of Johanka. Her testimony will show that Johanka is an exemplary Christian, not the leader of some cult.
All right. Call this Adela.
Mám štěstí, že jsem tu Agraelu neojel, protože jinak by to tady teďko vytáhnula pod boží přísahou a měl bych seriózní průser určitě tady.
Adela, Until recently, you were living in the nearby town of Ledechko, is that so?
Yes.
And how did you make a living there?
I served at the baths, laundering and repairing clothes, and preparing the baths.
Is that all?
No. Sometimes I went with the fellas and pleasured them for money. But I don't do it anymore. I swear. I changed my ways on account of Johanka and Henry here, and now I lead a decent life.
You're saying you simply gave up your profession?
Yes. Henry convinced me, and Johanka took me in.
Very well. Thank you. And since you left Ledechko, have you sinned with anyone?
No, monsieur, I haven't.
Good. May God give you the will to maintain your newfound virtue, Adela. And now, please answer one more question. You're living with Johanka now, yes? Tell me what she says to the people who come to her.
Well, they come with all sorts of problems. Some want just advice. Some want her maybe to bless them or talk to Our Lady for them. They believe she's a holy woman.
So, Johanka accepts gifts from these people and then gives them her blessing?
No, it's not like that. Johanka doesn't bless anyone. And she doesn't want any gifts from anyone either. Folk just bring them. The things they bring, she gives them out to the sick and wounded. She doesn't keep anything, I swear.
You swear?
Yes, I swear to it all, Monseigneur. I'd never lie to you.
All right. You may go.
Please hear also the testimony of Guta, wife of the tailor, Ambrose. She can also bear witness to Johanka's good deeds.
All right. I promised I'd hear all the witnesses you brought. Call her.
To normálně jsme tady neudělali a není ani jeden jediný přešlap. Nice.
Guta, you witnessed Johanka's first sermon. What did she speak of?
About how we should be virtuous and not sinful.
And then you went to see Johanka, didn't you?
I did, Monseigneur. I wanted to ask her for help, and she did. I was praying for my husband for a long time and begging God to help him. And I believe my prayers were answered, and he sent Johanka to us.
And there were others who came to her seeking help?
Yes, Monseigneur. There were.
And that shrine, and the gifts. People brought them to Johanka so she'd help them?
I couldn't tell you. But she helped me, without any of that.
Didn't you bring her any gifts?
Well, yes, but that was after. Just some old cloth for bandages and bed covers, so she could help others like she helped me. Every evening, I pray for Johanka and thank the Blessed Virgin for sending her to us.
I see. Thank you. You may go. Very well. Now, I wish to question Katra, the swordsmith's wife. Bring her here.
A tady tahle ta svině. Tu ještě musím odrazit. Ještě tuhle tu čupku a myslím si, že máme téměř vyhráno.
Katra, you are a respected townswoman who has a good overview of what goes on in Sasau. As you told me earlier, will you tell me now what you know of Johanka and her deeds?
Yes, I'll tell you everything, Monsignor. Johanka has been putting ideas into people's heads and causing chaos. What right has she to preach to us? A simple girl like that. As if we were bad people here, and she herself is a sinner. And an adulterer, a loose woman she is, who goes with anyone. And even fornicated with the custodian, Sir Sebastian.
Forgive me, Monsignor, but Katra isn't telling the whole truth.
What do you mean, Henry?
She's the one who set a band of thugs on Johanka, several times, to cause trouble for her and threaten her. She wanted to drive Johanka out of town. That's not the deed of a good Christian, plotting intrigues like that. She admitted it all to me.
Is that true?
I I only did what was necessary to stop
Ty
her
kráva,
from
ona se
bringing
k tomu
us
ještě
to
sama
harm.
přizná.
Monsignor, you can see yourself that Catra holds a grudge against Johanka.
Yes, I must agree with Henry. In view of your apparent antagonism towards Johanka, whatever the reasons for it, I cannot allow you to influence these proceedings. You should have reported your concerns to Father Fabian instead of acting willfully as you did.
But she's bringing us nothing but trouble.
I will be the judge of her transgressions, not you. Nevertheless, I have also heard rumors of Johanka's immorality that cannot be ignored. Bring here the Sassar custodian, Sir Sebastian von Berg.
To rovnou mohli kurva pozvat celý zasraný město, aby tady svědčilo.
Sir Sebastian, my apologies for raising the matter, but doubts have been cast on your virtue. I have been told that you have shared your bed with Johanka. Is it true?
Monsignor, with respect, this is surely some mistake. Johanka is not a bad girl, and by no means a heretic.
Noted. Now please answer my question. Did you share your bed with Johanka or not?
Yes, but she's not...
Silence! So, Johanka not only incites rebellion against the nobles, but also seduces them into sin and immorality.
Monsignor, I've known Johanka a long time, and she's a virtuous girl and a good Christian. She just needed support. It wasn't a bodily desire, but one of the soul. Consider what she went through. Her whole family slaughtered, and everyone here turned their backs on her, but for Sir Sebastian. Anyone can make a mistake, can't they? And she's sorry for her mistake.
Monsignor, let's put a stop to this. It's undignified for us both. And for Johanka. She's no heretic, just a confused young girl to whom fate has been less than kind. Her confusion will pass. All it needs is for someone to explain to her the error of her ways. There's no necessity for extreme measures.
Sir Sebastian, be so kind as to leave the judgment of Johanka's transgressions to me. You may go. Henry? You proved yourself a good servant of the Church when you told me of your disturbing findings concerning the situation hereabouts. You've been very keen to appear here in Johanka's defense. You've said a lot about her, but please, tell me why you've been helping her all this time.
Bylo to protože... kvůli jejím činům. Ano, přesně tak.
Because I don't know anyone like her. She endured what would destroy most people and never gave up. She never wasted time feeling sorry for herself. Instead, she helped others, even at the cost of her own suffering. And she helped to redeem me, too. It's a pity everyone isn't like her.
It seems you speak sincerely, and you hold her in high regard. Your sincerity before God carries great weight. Thank you. That will be all, Henry.
Zkusit říct něco chytrého. Radši ne.
Nothing remains but to question Johanka herself.
Já myslím, že zkusit říct něco chytrého, to nikdy není dobrý nápad.
You've heard the accusations brought against you, and we have also heard several testimonies. I already questioned you earlier, and it has also come to my attention that Henry here bribed a guard to allow him to see you in your cell, which I expressly forbade. Johanka, do you wish to revise the answers you gave earlier? Or do you stand by what you said?
I stand by everything I told you.
So be it. I expressly forbade you to continue preaching, and you promised not to do so. You defied my instruction and broke your promise. Why?
Forgive me, Monsignor. But I could do nothing else. Our Lady asked me to do it, and I couldn't refuse her. She did visit me. But now I admit that I might have been wrong about some things. I don't understand these learned matters, and I was too hasty in speaking to the people. I regret that I didn't go first to Father Fabian and tell him about everything. I want to apologize here, before the Blessed Virgin. If I misunderstood something and said untruths or brought shame on the Church, I didn't intend to do anything like that. I ask Our Lady's forgiveness, and I will accept any punishment that you impose on me.
I'm pleased that you've seen the error of your ways and confessed to your mistakes. These proceedings are closed. You may leave. Johanka will now hear my verdict.
Johanka, are you aware you're facing very grave accusations?
Yes, Monseigneur. I am.
You stand accused of preaching from ignorance and leading the people away from the protective embrace of Holy Mother Church. If you do not recant, you will suffer grave consequences.
Pride and ignorance clouded her reason.
Child, it would distress me greatly to have to pronounce a verdict of condemnation. Speak then. Do you recant your sermons and swear never again to preach to the people? And are you prepared to repent?
As God is my witness, I did all this with good intentions. And I sincerely repent of my sins of conceit. I confess that I was led by my pride to believe the Virgin Mary chose me to put the world to rights. And I set myself above the learned prelates of the Church and the divine right of nobility. I repent my sins of pride and ask forgiveness. I will do as you command, Father.
Johanka has confessed her guilt, and from this day forward shall be a good and humble Christian again. She shall no longer indulge in philosophizing, and shall, in her penitent's robe, go every day to pray at the Church of St. Martin. Therefore, I ask you to welcome Johanka back into your midst and hold no grudge against her. If the Virgin Mary should happen to visit you again, tell Father Fabian he will send for me. All right?
Yes, Signor.
Very good.
Johanka was cleared of all charges of heresy, and the Inquisitor, his job done and his verdict pronounced, left Dachau for good. Matthias recovered from his illness, and he and Johanka finally met again. It was a happy sight to see them both alive and well after their trials. Who knows what awaits them now? Or all of us, for that matter.
No já rozhodně doufám, že nás teďko všechny čeká Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, baby. Protože jinak bych byl moc smutný. Každopádně achievement odemčen, andělíček, strážníček. Reputace získána, dokázali jsme to, dámy a páni. Dohrali jsme DLCčko na nejlepší možný konec, jak jste mohli vidět. Krása, quest splněn. Čili tohle to bude všechno, dámy a pánové, máme tady více jak hodinovou epizodu, hodina 20 minut, no tak to je fakt super, nebo hodina a čtvrt. Čili doufám, že jste si užili tohle prodloužený finále a zvládli jsme to, hej, tam je kritická opravdu ta kostka od toho Matěje. Vy musíte jako jakž tak zvládnout ten soud a potom i kriticky, aby ona se toho zřekla v té cutscéně, což udělá jenom pokud máte tu Matějovou kostku, když ne, tak se toho nezřekne a bohužel, no, to s ní nedopadne zrovna dobře. Každopádně, díky dámy a pánové za sledování jak základní Kingdom Come série, která byla minulý rok v únoru, opravdu to byla prdel to procházet, tak i tadyhle to kratší DLCčko a možná se někdy uvidíme v budoucnu. Já vážně kurva doufám, že si někdy uvidíme za pár let u Kingdom Come 2, bylo by to super a jestli se dočkáme, tak si můžete být jistý, že u toho budu hnedka od prvního dne. Čili děkuju moc, určitě zkuste tohle DLCčko, jak říkám, z těch 4 DLCček, které vyšly, tak tohle je nejlepší rozhodně. Potom to Band of Bastards taky stojí za vyzkoušení a no, co se týče toho pana ptáčka, já tam bohužel jsem ho nedohrál kvůli tomu bugu, takže tam vám nemůžu říct, ale tohle můžu rozhodně doporučit za tu cenu, bych řekl, že tu je odpovídající množství obsahu a nebo to můžete vyzvednout v té Royal edici, kde máte vlastně základní hru i všechny ty 4 DLC za hodně příjemnou cenu, bych řekl. Za takovou cenu, kterou si Kingdom Come rozhodně zaslouží, vzhledem k tomu, že s těma DLCčkama s tou základní hrou v tom necháte úplně bez problémů 40, 50, 60 plus hodin. Takže tak, čili děkuju moc, dámy a pánové. Nezapomeňte, že každý z nás je jak trošku hovado, mrkněte do popisku a všechno tohle. Na u nějaký další hry a další série zase. Nazdar.